Good evening, everyone. This is Henry. As we get into the free video for the weekend, the first thing I wanted to bring to you is actually Bitcoin. Not something that maybe everybody will be interested in. I typically maintain an options focus, but since it's such an easy thing to buy through any of your futures brokers that you may be using, I think that it's just back in focus, back in play, and I think that if you're willing to trade it anyway, it might be a spot that you can make some cash. You don't have to take my word for it. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen next, but you can see that if you gave that signal enough time, that daily squeeze, that gave you a really nice resolution higher. Then you can see that same signal here, the results it eventually provided, and now we've got the same setup forming now. So, possibly a little bit of resistance. I don't follow technicals a lot on Bitcoin. It's going to kind of do whatever it wants to do. But I think that generally, as long as you can clear a 618 retracement, that opens you up into extensions around 9,500, and then probably the 10K mark if we can really get something going. So, might be a spot that is worth pursuing. And then we've got a couple other stocks. One on each side. I thought that you might want to come in and look at the potential of shorting EA. Trend lines can always be a little subjective depending on whether or not you want to, which ones you want to focus on, or whether it held here. It kind of broke down today. That's not really the foundation of my analysis as much as stepping back and trying to look at something like the weekly chart. And the path that brought us here was definitely a bearish move. Can all of this consolidation resolve to the downside? So, maybe not the easiest trade setup, but I like having a few on the back burner for the potential of being short. And EA tried breaking down this week and may be worth some attention. One that you should buy, presumably, is Match.com. Stock has high short interest, and if you can get that short interest to ignite by forcing people to cover, which the squeeze is an excellent signal to do, that symbol has a lot of opportunity to make a new high. So I feel like if you could buy that somewhere around 70, maybe 69, 68, you're risking back below the swing lows that you made at 65, and you're doing that for the opportunity to head up into a new high. So I hope that's helpful, gives you a couple different symbols to consider, and I also wanted to make sure that you are aware of the class that I'll be doing on next Saturday on the 22nd. So I'm going to be taking a 4-hour session and breaking down just a whole big chunk of everything that I have learned over the course of the past 10 years in shifting from a directional approach and focusing on the sale of premium. So there's a lot of different strategies that you can use to do that. And I'm looking forward to covering it. So if that's something you're interested in, you can find a link to that at the end of this video. Otherwise, I hope those symbols give you some helpful and effective ideas, and we'll see you in next week's review.